Hey, it's Tom from Tom's Toons. We have an early or mid-90s Lowe Pontoon. There's a couple manufacturers who did this on their seams. So if you look at this, I call it a T-channel. So the pieces of plywood on the seams would fit in here. But what that meant was that they had to be milled or routed down to fit in here. So the piece of plywood, this sits nice and flush with the top layer or level of plywood. It makes a nice seam, but I don't have the tools, most people don't, to machine it or route that piece of wood back just enough to fit into this groove. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna cut it free. I've got this one started. I'm gonna give it as flat of a surface as possible, and where there's risen spots, I'll just take my grinder or a file and smooth it out. But that's gonna give me a nice flat surface for my boards to meet on. And with a piece of tar tape down, I can use my self-tapping screws and get a nice seam without having to go through the trouble or take the time to route down my plywood. This is only taking me 10 minutes, 15 minutes at the most, with a nice small grinding wheel with my angle grinder. Just a thin diameter, cuts right across. I just watch on the other side to make sure I'm not going too deep. Just like that piece is off. I have a nice flat surface to make my seam on now.